Hello, Taurus. Happy Sunday to you, my bull gang. Elsie here with a reading for you. And yeah, just whenever you find it, whenever you find it, if it resonates, it'll resonate. It either will or it won't, right? All right, here we go, Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Are you feeling that Lion's Gate energy? Taurus, I feel like you're going to have a spotlight shining on something that you didn't see there before. It's like you knew it was there, but you really didn't see it. You didn't look it over. That's what it feels like. Okay, Taurus, here we go. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. On the eve of the portal. Taurus. All right. Taurus, I think you hit the love lottery. That's what it feels like. I think you hit the love lottery. I feel like you've been carrying this Ace of Cups. You've been carrying this opportunity, and it's becoming a really heavy burden for you to carry it. It's just added to the list of things now that you're carrying on your back. I feel like you offered someone a cup, but it wasn't answered. I don't feel like the person said no, so if that's who you think it is, that's not it. The person didn't say no. They didn't say anything at all. This person just ghosted. This person just stopped talking. You two just stopped talking. It's like you offered the cup, and this person didn't say a thing at all. The Six of Pentacles tells me that you were waiting for reciprocity. Waiting, right? Holding it to your chest, clutching it closely, making sure no one else could get it or see it or hear about it. You offered your cup and you didn't hear anything. It was silence. That's terrible. Sorry if that happened to you, I'm sorry that happened to you. I feel like you didn't tell anybody, that you just dealt with it on your own. You just emotionally disconnected from it and you just carried on. Yeah, like nothing ever happened. Knight of Wands, having fun, going out, seeing people, maybe getting into the dating scene. I feel like you waited a time. It became burdensome to wait. For some of you, it's been silent for 10 weeks, 10 years, 10 weeks probably. Maybe you haven't heard anything in a couple months. Maybe it's been a long time. Could be 4 years. All right. Wow, that's really interesting energy. Huh. Yeah. You walked away from this person. You had a knowing though, Taurus. You know that this person is yours. You know that they are supposed to be in your life. You follow your intuition, whatever's in your gut, or for those of you who aren't just going on intuition, because understand there's levels of ascension that come. So for those of you who absolutely had a knowing, or your intuition was screaming at you, telling you that this person was your person, you just walked away without saying a word. Even though they left you. Like they just left you by not saying anything. That's how they left you. They left you on red. Yeah. So we have the moon energy, which is Cancer, and we have the High Priestess, who is Pisces. So it's a lot of emotion. I'm feeling it actually. I'm feeling like a little bit teary, if I'm being honest. I feel somebody's energy who had to disconnect from their intuition in order to walk away because it was so hurtful that this person just didn't say anything. They just left you standing there with your cup. And so you just disconnected and went home. What else could you do? And so I feel like since then it's been you living in the darkness of this person doing this to you. It wasn't enough. I don't feel like I was enough. Comes to be burdensome. Yeah, the shadow work side of it is what I'm feeling, and it's somebody who has triggered something within you. Oh. So somebody who's triggered something within you that you have found as a space of weakness. Like, instead of getting mad at this person about them leaving you standing there with your cup, you actually turned it into power. You turned it into, well, why is that hurting me that way? Why am I feeling that way about what this person did? I mean, if they want to walk away, they can walk away, but why am I feeling this way? Why am I feeling like not enough, that it's dark, that I can't do it by myself, that it's all too heavy? Why am I feeling that? So that's really the shadow work. It's not that the person did it to you. So, fine, they walked away and that wasn't the kindest thing. They'll get their karma. But the truth is I feel as though this person triggered within you a space that started you looking at all sorts of shadow work that you had to do. So it almost feels a little twinsy to me, y'all, because that's really the purpose of a twin flame. You may not reunite with them ever again in this life, but their purpose is to wake you up. Taurus. Jeez. Whew. I just had to take a breath for a second. So I feel as though you still have a knowing, Taurus, that this is your person. And even though you've taken your cup and you've gone home and you've disconnected emotionally and didn't tell anyone, guess what? Here it comes. Yeah. And I have to tell you that I read for people on a regular basis, and I think that some of them come to me and say, with the attitude of, I just need to either know one way or the other. Like, I need to either cut it away and move forward, or I just need to decide that I'm going for it. The truth of the matter is that it is what it is, right? It's not me that makes the decisions. It's the cards. Chariot is about someone living across land far from you. It's about getting victory. It's about moving quickly towards a goal, like having some sort of an emotional reunion. And I feel like there is a cycle that is about to close here, or you have closed a cycle with positive self-talk. You have closed a cycle, and knowing that you can move forward, I feel like you've learned, it feels like you've learned the last lesson. If you're the person who's been working on this, working on self-worth, not getting mad at yourself when things don't go right, if you're not that person, I feel like if you are that person, this is for you. It's saying that the positive self-talk that you're doing is working. Please keep moving. Keep doing it. So if you've had any issues with that lately, I feel like that is a specific message for someone. Nonetheless, I feel like the thing that made you feel the darkest, Taurus, is about to make you feel the light. That's what it feels like. I feel like there's communication. After you close the cycle, after you decide, you know what, that person walked away and now I'm their loss. As soon as you'd make that decision and start with the positive self-talk, I feel that the cycle does close. The one of you feeling terrible about yourself, wondering why this person didn't want you or why they just left you on red or didn't acknowledge your cup at all. I feel like you feel stronger. You feel like you've got it all under control now. You feel stronger. You close the cycle. And I feel like you decide that if this person comes back, cool. And if they don't come back, that's also cool. But I'm not saying a word. Because someone who leaves you like that, they're the person who should open the conversation, right? Yeah. I feel like there's going to be a victory, an emotional victory that's coming here. And it's going to be emotional because it's not only going to be about two people. For some of you, it's just going to be about two people. But for some of you, you are two people connected to a love tribe. It feels like you know this person already because it feels like you know some of their love tribe. They know some of your love tribe or your soul tribe or whatever you want to call your coven. Or your group of people, or your church people, whatever they are, your people, right? Your people, the ones that you can always count on. I feel like there's going to be some sort of an emotional victory here after you close the cycle. I feel like it's going to cause a shift of energy. This whole, you know what? they lost me, I didn't lose them kind of energy. The shift into that is what brings the communication, I feel. Wow. I feel like I've been reading for hours and it's only been 10 minutes. I think I'm mostly channeling today. All right. So we have the devil. There's fear here. There's fear in moving forward. There's fear in the emotional victory. There is also fear of success, fear of getting what you want, fear of getting the thing that you have been manifesting forever, the thing that you're passionate about. There's communication, and the communication is positive and passionate. It's like, I need to see you. I miss you so much. I need to see you. But it triggers within you, as it should if they are a twin, it triggers within you a place of fear because you've been hurt at this particular doorway before. You've been hurt standing on the porch. You've been hurt at this place before. And I feel as though you've decided to close the cycle on feeling badly when you don't necessarily get the things that you want. But I feel like this particular invitation to go out strikes fear in you because you're remembering the toxic feelings of the past where maybe you didn't handle it as well. Maybe you went home and cried for months. Maybe you went home and just got so sick from the rejection that you ended up hospitalized. Like, I don't know what kind of trauma this is, or trauma or toxicity or whatever it is, but it's going to be different for all of you. But I feel as though that there is an emotional victory for you, but it's sort of, it tears fear into you just a little bit because you've been at this place before where you've been given everything and then it's been ripped away. And you've been at this place before where you were using your intuition or your psychic feelings toward another person and you ended up being wrong, or they told you you were wrong. It doesn't mean you were wrong just because they said you were wrong. So they may have not taken your cup for other reasons that you don't understand. I feel like this person is coming back full force. They're coming back ready to fight for you. They don't care who's in your life. They don't care if you're partnered up. They don't care if you're in a relationship. They don't care. They are coming in to fight for your love because they see you now in a different way. They see you as someone who is very stable, someone who is very happy, who is emotionally content, someone who is their twin flame. 1111. For me, that is a twin flame card. And I wouldn't be saying it if it didn't come up with the High Priestess, but I feel as though the High Priestess tells me that there is a psychic connection here somewhere. Yeah, between you and the other person. Now, your person could have Capricorn. They don't have to. Could be Pisces or Cancer. There we go. The decision is made. So your person decides that they got to come forward with messages. They gotta travel to see you. They need to take this one cup to you. The decision has been made. The decision to go where? On an adventure. That's what Sagittarius is about. It's all about the adventure. We love to travel, us Saggies, no matter where it comes up in your chart, really. I think the big three is important, but I'm a Saggy rising and I love to travel. I mean, a lot of people who are not Sagittarius love to travel, but this is something that is sort of ingrained or is innate for Sag, wanting to go on adventure, whether that is an hour away from home with a tent, or whether that is across the world to a country you've never been to. I feel like the decision is made. This person's coming in to fight for you. They intend to have some sort of stability with you again, some passionate stability. I feel like this is going to be a wish fulfillment for you, that you have this emotional reunion. I feel like for some of you, that's what's coming in this portal. I feel like it is union. Yeah, we've got the Knight of Cups again, and we have the Nine of Wands. I feel like that you know that you can succeed because you've been through this before. You've been through terrible heartbreak like this before, but I feel like you might be holding back on this just a little bit because of the fear you feel. You don't know if this person is for real. If the person who left you on red, or the person who just did not answer you at all, just ghosted your life completely, if that person is the one that's coming back, then yeah, you're right to be weirded out about it, because that person obviously was toxic, or they wouldn't have done that to you. So we have the Seven of Wands. So I feel as though, yeah, going into the future, I feel like you have emotions for this person. They still scare you a little bit. They've hurt you before. You're kind of on guard a little bit. You're fielding questions and energies. I feel like eventually you two are going to heal this connection, but not before somebody gives you all the goods and tells you what was going on, because Seven of Swords is about deceit. It's about lying and deceit, and you get to ask all those questions. Why'd you ghost me? What made you think that you could do that to me and that there would be no repercussion, right? I feel like for most of you, because of Temperance, I feel that you're going to heal this connection. I feel that this person's going to come clean with you and tell you all the answers that you wanted to hear. Use your intuition to know if they're being truthful or not. Yeah, and I feel like you begin to learn each other again with a lot of questions. So I feel like you move forward gingerly is what I'm saying. It's not like, a hot night of passion and off to the races. I don't think this is how this goes off. It feels like it's somebody who comes in very careful, who knows very little of you. They don't know very much about you, and they want to learn more about you. All right, I'm gonna bring out my deck, and let's see who we're talking about here. Yelled out some signs to you, right? So your person, you or them, this could mean something to you or nothing. It is a general reading, right? Here we go. Tell me about Taurus's person. More information about Taurus's person, please. Okay. They could have Gemini in their chart. And when I say Gemini in the chart, I mean the big three, Sun, Moon, or Rising. You might have more progress with this person, or maybe this stuff is going to come off at the end of the year, or by the end of this year. So for some of you, you're looking at the winter time. And for some of you, it's not going to be this year. It's interesting because I had those two cards show up when I used this deck before, not this year and by the end of the year. So I feel like for some of you, it could be definitely not this year, but I feel as though for others of you that you will maybe start to hear from this person this year, possibly, but you won't see them this year, not this year. That's kind of what I take it as. You might start communicating with them, but not actually see them face to face. So by the end of the year, they might begin to communicate. Gemini is all about communication, right? It's all about swords, right? So they may communicate by the end of the year, but you may not see them this year due to distance, right? We do have the Chariot here. It could be due to distance. You're too far away. Or it could just be that maybe you live too far from each other and you can't get to each other other than, messaging, texting, FaceTime. This person could have dark eyes and seeks emotion. So this person is someone who is, who's in their cups energy. They're in the heart space. They're emotionally available. They're someone who's emotionally stable. This person has a corporate job. And in this particular hand, I feel like when it says seeks emotion and corporate job, it's something that they lead with their heart. They feel like a leader that leads with their heart. They're quite emotional, empathic, and they could, have some sort of water energy with them as well. Person might have dark eyes. What else should we tell them? This person lives close to you, so it's over land. So you guys might live hours away from each other. And so I feel like in the next 6 months that there is going to be communication between you and someone who lives at a distance. This person is a pleasure seeker, and they could have lighter skin. Darker eyes and lighter skin. They could also have Scorpio in the chart. Oops. Yeah, could also have Scorpio in the chart. So I feel as though that there is coming forward. There is somebody that is coming forward, but it's not going to be. It's not going to be the way you think it's going to be. It's not going to be, running at each other off the beach in the sunset. That's not how it's going to go down. No, it's going to be very strategic, and that tells me that there could be somebody of high level intelligence involved, like a King of Swords or an Emperor. All right, I'm going to go. I hope that was something that you wanted to see or hear. I'm out for now. I love you, my Taurus bull gang. See you guys later. Bye-bye.